Alright, so today we're going to be covering, Hannah's moves and her combos. So I'm going to deal with the combos first. So with the combos, I'm going to show you combos off of all launches. So like, for example, if you get a normal hit, just a normal launch like that, or if you get a tornado, whichever tornado launch that this is, okay? So off of the main launch, you can do the down 4 2, up 4 2, 2 1, back 4, 2 2, forward 3, up 4 3, down back 2 2. That is the basic combo that you can do. If you really want to, you can also go for, right after the back 4, a little crouch cancel into another up 4 2 2, and then same finisher. That, because it hit the wall, was 78, but it would do 80 in the neutral. So that is the main combo that you want to go for when you are getting a normal launch. You could also do the same thing off of this launcher too. Side step 1+2. Same thing. Same thing. So you got to remember that with normal hit launches, that's going to happen. When you do a tornado launch, so either quarter circle forward 2 1, so quarter circle forward 2 1. You can see that in my inputs. While crouching down 4 2. Or, also, there's another, I think there's another one too. Oh, and then counter hit up 4 2 is the same thing. That one's a little different because you have to cancel the stance, but for the other main launchers like this, and also the low that you use, you will either have the option to go for either standing 3, down 3 3, back 4 2 1, and then while running 3 2 as a finisher, but you have to be really close. Or you can do the 3, down 3 3, back 4 2 1 2 on male characters. On male characters that will work. On some female characters, so like Xiaoyu, that will not work. Or if you want to, quarter circle forward 1, down 4 1, up 4 2 into that. It'll do basically the same damage. It's just a little bit harder, a little bit cooler. You really want to go for it. And this is going to be the same thing off of quarter circle forward, quarter circle forward 2 1. It's that same combo where you'll get quarter circle forward 1, down 4 1, up 4 2, 2 1, and then you can go to the wall and do your combo. So that is definitely a combo that you for sure want to do. And then for wall combo as well, you can do so you can do forward 3 to go into stance. So you go forward 3 into stance. You can do that. Bound, forward 3, 2 1 2. That's the highest damage one. But if you get there a little bit late, you can do jab, down 4. My bad. You can do bam, jab, 3. Down 4, 2 1, and then 3 as the finisher. So it would look a little bit like this, like that. You have to do the jab beforehand. It's pretty strict timing, but it is possible to do. So yeah, that is definitely another option at the wall that you can go for. A lot of people will just opt to go for the bazooka, especially if they get like a high launch. Like they just rather, this one just does deal more damage anyways. So that is the main wall combo, and it's just after hitting forward 3. So for moves, you have to remember that a lot of her moves are really strong in terms of phrase. Her jab is +1. Her 2 jab into stance is also plus on block. You can see it turns into +1. And on counter hit, it gives the guaranteed follow-up off of the counter hit jab. It's the same thing for down back 4. Down back 4 also gives 1 as the counter hit confirmed. So you can get heat engage off of both of those options. Another thing you can do if you are in the hammer chance stance from forward 3, you can do the homing low. The homing low is a counter hit confirmed. When you hold back, is a 2 1. And you have to see, I don't know if you're seeing there on the very bottom, you see 3 and then back 3. You got to make sure when you're hitting it, you're holding back, and then you see me go for the 2 1 after. So that's this homing low out of this. Now you do realize that is a little bit, it is unsafe. So you do have to be a little bit careful with how you manage that. So that's one setup you could do. Another one, remember, sidestep 2 is a very good low. Neutral on hit, and on block. On block, it is... Oh, I guess it's not. On block, it is minus 12 on block. So minus 12 move on block. Very good low. And if you hit it, you can go for a little mix. Now, it is unsafe, but it is a true mix because they're both 20 frames. So they have no way of reacting to either option. They just have to guess. You gotta remember too that it's the same thing with with this down forward this while crouching down forward 1. The same thing is a normal hit launcher. Same thing. This is just basic, but you but you can go for the upward 2 combo, the one off of the normal launchers. And that also, you can also do the same thing off of Booty Cheeks Heating Gauge. Same thing, it's a combo. You can go for that as well. So that is another combo that you can, another combo starter that you can go for. But do not forget when you're going into the sidestep 2 that you want to make sure you're mixing up with sidestep 3. Sidestep 3 is very important. And if you see them trying to duck when you step, you always want to make sure you're sprinkling this in. This move, although it is only 12 damage on the launch, it is minus 11, and it is a launcher. So you do want to, like, sometimes just toss this out, see if they actually end up getting clipped by it, hit it with a combo, and then, you know, go for that stuff. So that's definitely important to know. And remember, her down forward 1 is jailing, but her down forward 1 is just minus 1. So if she decides to stand there and block, you can step immediately after. That and make them whiff, just like that. So if they whiff right after, I will show you real quick. So if you go for this, you can step them right after. But if they decide to press, you can hit them with that, or you can hit them with a 4 follow-up and then get the heating gauge. So this is a very tricky string. You want to make sure you're using it. It's very, very useful. Another thing as well, you can also go for is the back to 2 string. That is really good because, as you can see, the last thing counter knockdown into the upward 2. Or if you're just landing this string entirely, it's a completely counter-hit confirmable counter-hit string. So you want to make sure you're using that as well. And then another OP setup, you have forward 2. Forward 2 is really good, as it is huge. It's got gigantic range, like super range. It's +4 on block, high attack that's homing, you know, basically like a Clive attack. And you gotta remember, it knocks down into upward 2 and then a mix-up between 1 plus 2. You can see I went for the 1 plus 2 option there. Or the 3. The 3 is a homing low. I did it a little bit late, so I can show you right there. So that you can go for that as well. Okay? So remember that you can always just continue the mix there. And apart from that, yeah, just be a little bit careful with your down forward 3, 3-2, because this is definitely duckable. They can duck that one, but they cannot duck the down forward 1. And you also want to use a little bit of your upward 3. It's 23 frames, but on normal hit, it does knock down, as you can see. She has a while-running 4. She has a while-running 4 that is really good for, for frames. You can get +3 there, you can threaten the down forward 1, and it's a really good move to have. And also, if you want, you could also do down 2 as well. Down 2 is +1. So if you see them press, you can just put them with the 2 jab and go for the counter hit if you notice that they're pressing after this. And then, yeah, just remember to sprinkle in your sidestep 3s for the mix, sidestep 3 for the plus on block mid, the sidestep 2 for the low, and then the mix up after the low. And remember, you can always just hit them with the power crush if they're trying to mash, because on counter hit, the sidestep 2 guarantees the mix up. So if you hit them for counter hit, then they cannot interrupt. But just on normal hit, they can interrupt. So you always have this, power crush while, it's while rising 1+2. While rising 1+2 in order to get the power crush. So just bear that in mind. And apart from that, should be pretty good. Just remember to use her options at a Chaos Judgment as well. She has the down 3-3. She has upward 4 for a normal 15 frame launch. She has this, which guarantees a heat engager. So if you want to frame trap people, you can do that as well. For the booty cheeks heat engager. And yeah, make sure you're just using her options. And then you have the Power Crush 4 as well for that, in case you're in Chaos Judgment, because, you know, 3 also goes into it. And then her basic punishes are 2-3. That's her 10 frame punish. You can do back 2-2 for 13 frames, or you can do down forward 1-2 for your 13 frame. She has a couple 14 frames, so forward 2-3. And then the down forward 3-2 for the mid if you want to have a mid option. Or you can do booty cheeks as well. That also works as well. And then 15 frames, you know, down forward 2. 16 frames for this if you really want to be a little crazy. And do not forget, this move is really important. Quarter circle forward 1 is +1 on block, and a counter hit launcher. So you always want to be ready to use this move. Okay? It's a very, very good move. Very good move to have. And that should be it on Ana. That should be it for the basic Ana. You just really want to make sure that you're using her stuff while also just making sure you keep on using the mids. And, you know, always use the mids too. Like, you could also use 1+2. This thing is homing, and on counter hit, confirms the rocket launcher. And the greatest part is that although this is +1 on block, on counter hit, when you get the rocket launcher, it wall splatters into a combo. So